What's going on, guys? TTO here. Today I'm going to be going over my top 5 MLB plays for the day. Today is September 19th, 2023. Just want to say a huge thank you. You guys have been getting these videos consistently over the 1,000 views mark, so I really appreciate that. So make sure to hit that thumbs up button and leave a comment if you're going to tell any of these picks. If you have any questions about any picks that you're looking at, feel free to leave a comment asking about it as well. I'll try and get back to you before the games start at 6 p.m. or almost 7 p.m. Eastern. Testing out a little bit of a later upload today. I've been uploading at around 6, 7 in the morning every day. It's currently noon. This is going to be uploaded at about 12:30 in the afternoon. So hopefully we do well today. Hopefully the video does okay. If you guys are interested in joining the VIP, I do want to do a quick little shout out before I get into the video. It's $20 a month, super cheap. You get all of my plays for PrizePicks, Underdog, and Sleeper, and also PARLAYPLay as well. I do sportsbook bets every single day for esports and sports. I do tons of different sports. I do League of Legends, CSGO, MLB, NBA, NFL, MMA on Saturdays. I mean, I pretty much do anything that is available for sports books and for PrizePicks, Underdog, etc. I do VIP only giveaways, VIP only live streams. I just have fun with it, so make sure to go ahead and join, guys. Again, it's only $20 a month, so try us out for a month. If you don't like it, it's $20. Also, I do give out free picks in the Discord. Both the link to the Patreon and the Discord are in the description and in the comments down below. And let's get into the video. So I'm going to be going over my top 5 like I mentioned. There's the VIP chat. Taking it over here so I can just have my plays pulled up on my other screen. But let's get into it. Obviously, I do love the Zach Gallen taco, by the way, at 4.5 strikeouts. It's versus the Giants. Giants are 26th in the league for most strikeouts per game, averaging over 9.2 strikeouts per game on the season. Zach Gallen's been a monster this year. Loving this 4.5 line. Honestly, this 5.5 line, I would honestly take that as well. So, I'm just going to put this up as the more, because I do have Zach Gallen over 5.5 as one of my plays. Now, I do prefer it on Sleeper because you get better odds. But let's go over to our partner's Outlier so we can do our research a little bit easier. And we can take a look at last 10. We'll sort it by last 10. And then we can take a look for Zach Gallen. Over 5.5 strikeouts is around -115 odds on sports books. In 2023, he's went over this number in 18 of 31. And if we take this down to 4.5, we can see he's actually hit 5 strikeouts a lot as well. And it's versus the Giants, who strike out a ton. I personally really like this spot for him. I also really like his under, I think it's 3 earned runs allowed. That's another one that I absolutely love. So lock in Zach Gallen over 4.5 strikeouts for the taco and over 5.5 if the taco is down by the time you get it. I also really like Christopher Sanchez over 3.5 strikeouts. Now, I will say this is versus my boys. I am a huge Braves fan. I actually have a Braves shirt on right now. Huge Braves fan. But Christopher Sanchez is a decent pitcher. It's only 3.5 strikeouts, which is super low for him. And the Braves, although they're an amazing team, they do strike out almost 8 times per game. They are top 5 in the league for least amount of strikeouts, though, so love to see that. But they strike out about 8 times per game on average. His line's 3.5. On sports books, this is around -130 odds, -125 odds. And we can see over his last 5, he's cashed all 5. Over his last 10, he's hitting 8 out of 10. And this is versus some other good teams as well. He got 5 versus the Nationals, who are 2nd in the league. He got 10 versus the Braves last time they went against each other 6 days ago when Sanchez pitched. Over his last 20, he's hitting 14 of 20. And this season, he's played 16 games. He's went over in 13 of them. So definitely loving this line, especially with how he did the Braves last time he went against them. I'm locking this one in. Very confident in this pick. It's probably my favorite pick of the day for PrizePicks. Next, I have Kikuchi. over 5.5 strikeouts versus the Yankees. The Yankees are middle of the pack. They're 16th of 30th in the league for most strikeouts per game, averaging 8.5 strikeouts per game, averaging over 9 strikeouts over their last 3 games. His line's 5.5. This is minus 130 to all the way up to minus 145 odds on sports books. Over his last 5, he's went over 4 of 5 times. Over his last 10, he's went over 8 of 10 times. And on the season, he's played 29 games. He's went over in 17 of them, which is 59% of the time. And I really like this matchup. I don't really get into the videos because it takes 30 minutes. It would be a 30-minute video. If we went through all of it though, but Outlier is amazing because if you scroll all the way down, they also have heat maps and you can go through each batter, where they strike out the most, where they hit the most, etc. Versus the type of pitcher that they're going up against. And you can see like if Kikuchi actually strikes out those certain players that are in the lineup a lot, or if they don't strike out a lot versus him. So just a great little extra thing that Outlier.bet has. If you guys are interested in getting a week free, use my link in the description. But Outlier.bet's great. It matches up that they should strike out quite often. I have him getting 7 strikeouts today. So 5.5, I'll take that. It's a 1.5 different from my projection and what they have him at. Definitely going to lock that in. Next, I have Javier Assad over 3.5 strikeouts versus Pittsburgh. The Pirates strike out quite a bit. They are 21st in the league, 21 of 30, averaging over 8.5 strikeouts per game, 8.85 strikeouts per game on the season. Over their last 3, they're averaging 10 strikeouts per game, and they had 10 in their last game as well. So they're getting double-digit strikeouts recently. His line's at 3.5. That seems really, really low to me. We can take a look at Outlier.bet and scroll down. Over 3.5, it's around the odds that PrizePicks gives you at minus 135, minus 137. Over his last 5, he's hit in 4 of 5. Over his last 10, he's hit in 6 of 10. But we can look at the opposition as well. He versus the Pirates on the 8/27, he got 7 strikeouts. He got 2 versus Toronto. Toronto is 7th in the league, least amount of strikeouts. 3 versus Atlanta, who are 5th. 3 versus the Dodgers, who are 13th. And then he got 0 versus the Diamondbacks. They're ranked 4th in the league for least amount of strikeouts. So definitely like this change of pace, this change of matchup for him. We can see that versus Pittsburgh, he goes from an average of 6.6 strikeouts per 9 innings all the way up to 9. So if he goes 4 or 5 innings, he should easily cash this. I have him going around 5 full innings, which would put him at, on average, 5 strikeouts. So loving this play today. He's only played 9 games this season, so 5 of 9 games he's went over, and those 5 were 5 out of his last 6 games as well. So loving this matchup, loving this play, taking the over 3.5 strikeouts for him. And then the last play of the day, but definitely not my least favorite, is Spencer Strider over 9 strikeouts versus the Phillies. I can already tell you, Phillies are going to be a bottom half team for most amount of strikeouts per game. Probably bottom 5 team, if I had to guess. They strike out quite often. At least bottom 10 though. And Strider is an absolute monster. This is 8.5 on Sleeper. So I do like it better on Sleeper. You get good odds. It's like 1.65x for 8.5 strikeouts. So it takes away the push potential. But I do love this play today. We'll take a look. Spencer Strider over 8.5 strikeouts is minus 150 odds. Oop. Took me to Caesar Sportsbook when I clicked it. Over his last 5, he's pushed or went over in 4 of 5. Over his last 10, he's pushed or went over in 7 of 10. And during this season, he's played 29 games. He has pushed or went over 9 strikeouts in 21 of those games. And he's versus the Phillies today. The Phillies are 22nd, so they're bottom 10, they're bottom 8 teams. They're 22nd out of 30th. They're averaging over 9 strikeouts per game. They had 11 strikeouts in their last game. And versus Strider, I just see him going over this today. So loving this play, locking it in with confidence. And those are my top 5. So we have Christopher Sanchez over 3.5, Kikuchi over 5.5, Assad over 3.5, Strider over 9, and then Zach Gallen over 4.5 if you get it in time for the taco. Over 5.5 is fine as well, though. I do project him for 7. So loving these plays today. Let's make some money, guys. Let's kill it, and I'll see you guys in the Discord and in the next video.